So the next one that I wanted to go into was actually one called Sharky.fi or Sharky.fi. And the reason why I'm talking about this one is this is a way that you could passively earn an interest on your crypto just by lending out your Solana. In this case, it would be Solana. And I did notice, I haven't really looked too deep into it, but they also have a new feature where you could actually lend out tokens that are like actual tokens, which I haven't even looked too deeply into that myself yet. I'm going to have to dive deeper into it. But yeah, it's something like lend out a token. If somebody wants to borrow it for whatever reason, they'd have to have a reason. You could borrow Apple stock right there, see? There you go. People are actually lending it. But my point is with the NFTs. So I will use an example. I'm like really bullish on Giraffe Tower. So I have a whole bunch of those NFTs, and I'd be happy to collect more, especially if they are discounted. I'm always looking for a good deal. So I'm going to connect my wallet real quick. There we go. All right, so I connected my wallet. But all what you would do is you come over here to where it says NFT. So I'm going to say lend, but you don't just want to trust somebody. Oh gosh, what happens when you lend some money to somebody and they ghost on you? Not going to be the best way. And by the way, if you do get value out of these, I just wanted to remind you guys, I do have a resource at DeFiEarner.com to help you find the 7 simple steps to turn crypto into daily passive income. So go grab that there. It's completely free. I just wanted to remind you that's there. Back over to Sharky. There's a whole bunch of things like you have any of these Mad Lads. Obviously, those have a higher floor, but look right here. A lot of these are 180%. So as an asset becomes more expensive, say you lend out 30 Solana right there, and they give you the Mad Lad NFT as collateral. If they default on it, there's a good example. Their floor is 33, and people are willing to take 31.78 Solana. And what would happen is if they ever defaulted on it, like meaning they didn't pay back the 31.78, you'd have to pay the interest on it. If they defaulted on it, you just keep the NFT, and then you'd be able to go somewhere like Magic Eden or one of the marketplaces, and then you could sell it. Here's a good example. I'm just going to go to Magic Eden real quick just to give you an example of what I mean and why I would or wouldn't do one of these offers. See, actually, their floor price is inaccurate because this is actually, it's going to show you the price. This is including fees. The other price is not including fees. If I went here right now, instant sell 31.23. So I could instantly sell one. I can come back over here to Sharky, 31.23. So instantly I can get my money back. But if I listed it for the floor price, which is 33, I'd be able to instantly swoop in and grab an additional 2 Solana, which is about $225 right now, an extra $450 in the middle, because I sold it at the cheapest price Mad Labs were listed. Now, other ones you could say, I'm bullish on Giraffe Tower. So you could see Giraffe Tower's right here. Giraffe Tower, after fees, has a floor of 1.47, and then they have instant sell of 1.7. So I could say 1.47 minus it's 10% or 12% fees after it's all said and done. Let's call it 1.2 something. I'm not going to do the math right now in my head. Say you're able to list this, you'll get interest. So if I said 1, total interest would be 0.02. So I wanted to make an offer. That's how much total interest that I'd actually list. So I will take one NFT for whatever price. Say I wanted that to be the amount. I'd get 0.02 if they took this offer. If I said that I was willing to do like 0.1, I get 0.021. That's in Solana. So roughly that's 0.5% a day. So if you think about it, 0.5% a day. And if they default on it, then you would just take this NFT that you paid, in this case 1.1. So if I said 1.1, now I can go and take the NFT that I paid 1.1 for. I don't get the interest because they didn't pay it back, but it's a 1.1 NFT. And I'd sell it even if I sold it like list price right there. So it's 1.319 is the lowest list price. So if I sold that 1.1, I'd end up getting 2.18 compared to the floor. 0.218 would be in that scenario. So in that scenario, in that flip, I would have actually made about $48.73 in interest passively if they defaulted on it. Now, if they didn't default on it, and so my point is I don't care if they default on it. So the difference would be 0.21. So if they don't default on it, I would make $4.69. So either way, I give them the Solana. A week later, I get my Solana back. or I get an asset that's worth $50 more than I lent out for. And I would just make sure that there's enough of a gap between the price that you're listing at and the floor price and the price that you're willing to lend it out for. But yeah, there's a lot of things here. You could also come over here to offers, obviously, and you could make an offer here, but then there's also borrow. You could borrow against these things. Say you have, like we were talking about, Draft Tower. I'm just gonna use that same example. I could actually borrow here. I don't have any of that asset in this particular wallet I'm connected to, but if I did, I'd be able to click it, use it as collateral to take a loan if there's somebody offering on the other side. But again, right now, if you're trying to make passive income, it would be lending out your Solana and using it as collateral. And if somebody defaults, you can go and sell it. Go and sell it. It's simple as that. Simple as that.